Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brock Page, and if you want to save yourself some time, check out my picks for this video in the description section below. Once again, I'm not an expert, just a sports fan. After last week, I'm 38-33 with my NFL picks in 2017 with a successful teaser and parlay from this weekend's playoff action. That said, let's get into some picks for the conference championships. Green Bay plays in the 3 o'clock game this Sunday at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. The betting opened up with Atlanta as the 5-point favorites, laying 200 betting units on the money line. The line opened up at a massive 59.5 total points. So far, I've seen about 65 to 70% of the money on Green Bay to win against the spread. Being this early in the week, I haven't seen any type of line movement just yet on the spread and still have Green Bay at +5. Many of the bettors are expecting a lot of points as the OU has already jumped up a full point to 60.5. Let's break down the spread first. Green Bay's been exceptional, 80% against the spread as the underdog or pick'em. In addition, they cover a staggering 80% of the time when the over-under's at or around 60 total points. As the official road underdog, Green Bay covers a massive 75% of those games as well. And against teams winning more than 55%, they've gone 5-3 in those games against the spread as well. Overall, Green Bay's covered 65% in all games. During the recent 8-game outright win streak, Green Bay's covered 7 of those games. In their last 6, Green Bay's averaging 35 points a game, handily covering the spreads both as the underdog and the favorite. In addition to absolutely impressive numbers against the spread, Green Bay has marquee covers this season over the likes of Dallas, New York Giants, Detroit twice, Seattle, Houston, and these very Atlanta Falcons. Having said all that, let's take a look at their counterparts, the Atlanta Falcons, real quick. Against the spread, Atlanta surprisingly is just 4-5 at home. When the line's at or around 60 total points, Atlanta's covered just 4 of 8 games. In games as the official home favorite, Atlanta's covered just 3 of 8 games in that one as well. In addition to failing to cover against these very Green Bay Packers earlier in the season, Atlanta's failed to cover this year against the likes of Philadelphia, New Orleans, San Diego, and Tampa Bay. It's for these very reasons that I am taking the Green Bay Packers +5 to win against the spread. But please do not change that channel, Falcons fans, because the Dirty Birds do not lose at home, and it's for that reason that I am taking the Atlanta Falcons, laying 200 on the money line to win this game outright. With all that said, I'm going to break down the total points real quick before I make my prediction on the score. Both teams are collectively averaging 57 total combined points in each of their last 4 games respectively. And although Atlanta's gone over in their last 7 straight, the line was nowhere near 60.5 total points. And although Green Bay has gone over the line in their last 6 consecutive, the average OU was only 47 total points. I have a real nasty feeling that Vegas is about to completely wipe out the bettors in this one. Everyone loves the over. I do not. I'm taking the under, 60.5 total points in this one. All told, I have Green Bay +5 winning on the spread, the under 60.5 total points, and Atlanta laying 200, winning this one outright for some money line cash. I like a final score of 31-27 Atlanta. Moving on to the evening game, the betting opened up with Pittsburgh as the 6-point underdog going into New England. I'm forecasting cloudy skies and 36 degrees by the 6 o'clock kickoff. New England opened up laying 250 on the money line, while the total points posted at an even 51. Currently, 54% of the money is on Pittsburgh to win against the spread. I've seen some slight line movement, although it is still early in the betting. I now have New England laying 5 points on the spread and 250 on the money line. The total remains at an even 51. Let's break down the spread real quick. New England's an impressive 14-3 against the spread in all games overall this season. They covered a solid 78% at home and covered an astounding 81% as the favorite. As the official home favorite, New England's 7-2 against the points. Against teams winning more than 55%, they've covered 88% of the time. When facing solid teams allowing less than 21 points a game, New England's gone 7-1 in those matchups. Along with a convincing win and cover over Pittsburgh earlier in the season, the Pats have marquee covers over the likes of Miami twice and Houston twice. New England has successfully covered in each of their last 6 games with an average spread of -10.5. Now, on the other side of the ball, Pittsburgh has not fared quite as well against the spread as their counterparts. Pittsburgh's covered just 50% of their games as the underdog or pick'em. When the line's at or around 51 total points, Pittsburgh has been winless against the spread in that category as well. When facing solid teams giving up less than 21 points a game, the Steelers have covered just 4 of 9. Along with failing to cover a 7-point spread in their first matchup with New England, the Steelers have failed to cover this year against such cupcakes as Philadelphia, Cleveland, and Baltimore twice. Most recently, Pittsburgh's failed to cover in 2 of their last 4. It's for these very reasons that I'm picking the New England Patriots minus 5 points, winning this one against the spread. That said, I'm laying the 250 and taking New England, winning this one outright at home. Before I get into my prediction of the score, let's go ahead and take a look at the total points real quick. Both New England and Pittsburgh have collectively averaged just 43 total combined points in each of their last 4 games respectively. In addition, New England games have gone under the total points in 5 of their last 8. On the other side, Pittsburgh games have gone under the line in their last 2 consecutive, which just so happen to be playoff games. Both defenses gave up just 16 points against their opponents respectively this past weekend, and it's for these very reasons that I have on my ticket the under 51 total points. All told, I have the New England Patriots minus 5 against the spread, the under 51 total, and New England winning this one outright, laying 250 for some money line cash. My projected final on this one, 26-20 New England. Well, folks, that's going to do it for me. Once again, I have to remind you that I'm not an expert, nor have I implored you to take any of my picks. For Brock Page Predictions and Sports Picks, I'm Brock Page, and have yourself a positive day.